encore loin de la fin.
Phew, back inside. Oh, we can finally take a breather. Okay, Paimon. In and out.
I suppose we could all take a moment to unwind. As I recall, our first meeting took place not far from here. Ah, the nostalgia. Had you already sensed the unique power within my lantern at that time?
Oui, c'est pourquoi je vous ai demandé de me la donner.
I see. Words truly do fail to capture your superlative insight. Fortunate then that abyssal energy was only leaking from the fragment in minuscule amounts when we first met. Or I might have been in for a real interrogation.
Yeah, hard to say how that would have played out. We've had a whole bunch of unpleasant run-ins with the Abyss.
Ressemble faire une fixation sur vous, et vice versa.
You mean to ask why I'm going this far to oppose him? Well, as a light keeper, I'd say I'm simply doing my job.
Allez, vous mourrez pas avec cette réponse bateau.
Yeah, you're covered in more mysteries than Paimon could shake a skewer at. You can't just get out of explaining yourself by making lame excuses.
All right. I suppose I do owe you some honesty, whether out of gratitude or the need to build trust. Your deductions have been quite correct. Should one wish to conceal oneself within a lantern, elemental power alone is not enough. You know humans well, and naturally you understand their limits. But some things that humans would consider difficult are quite normal in the eyes of non-humans.
So, you mean you're one of the latter?
Have you heard of how Snezhnaya was once the realm of the Fae? This race is no longer of any importance, but they still exist, as evidenced by the fact that I am standing before you.
We've heard some scattered legends, but that's all Paimon thought there was to it.
Ah, oui, c'est vrai que avant, quand on était dans le truc, ça parlait en langage nivéole.
I once
C'est lui qui
turned my
parlait?
heart toward humanity, and thus did I experience loss. I once labored and did much, and put an end to my tale with my own hands. When you realize you are floating in the middle of a vast ocean, you cannot help but feel that swimming in any direction would be equally meaningless. Would it not be better, then, to simply sink? But before I could sink to truly lightless depths, chance had it that I should be awakened by a band of Ratniki. They were facing a horde of abyssal monsters, and could not last against such a disparity in strength. Yet none fled. Those who dwell in darkness for long enough become exceedingly sensitive to all light. And the first light I saw...
Is that why you chose to help them?
Perhaps I was moved by their valor. Perhaps I simply saw my past self in them, and was moved to action for the first time in a long, long while. But I was freshly awoken, and my powers were limited. I could not prevent casualties altogether. The survivors and I buried the fallen heroes. That was the origin of the final night cemetery.
C'est pour cette raison que vous êtes devenu un gardien de lumière?
Well, not exactly. I was just more familiar with them. So joining up seemed the most convenient way to experience human life.
Doesn't sound too believable.
Well, I believe it. Besides, I'm well past the age when one might believe in things that must be done. Nonetheless, there are still some things I will not allow to happen. The chaos that Navire has been stirring up is one of them. Tomorrow I shall go and check our records to see if I can find any connection between the Wild Hunt, Rereer, and the Cannon.
Will you need us to get you where you need to be?
Oh, I'll be fine. I keep a backup copy at my residence in case of emergencies.
Can you even go back there right now? Won't there be Ratniki watching it?
Thanks for the reminder. I believe they'll have checked my place, but they won't have stayed. All things are ranked according to their priority, and we lack the manpower for such an open-ended stakeout. And even if someone is waiting, I have ways around that. I am the master of my own house, after all.
All right then, we'll trust you. We sure ended up chatting for a while, huh? Paimon's super tired now. But, you know, feels like we can breathe easier, now that we know you better.
I didn't take you for the cautious sort. Anyway, I hope you'll help me keep this a secret. I'd prefer others not to know about my past unless strictly necessary. Nor do I want to attract more trouble on account of being a fae.
Vous avez ma parole.
Paimon's lips are sealed too.
All right. Thanks again for your help. Good night, you two.
Finally, we can rest. Let's go get some sleep. There's tons to do tomorrow.
L'ordre gris-blanc brûle. Retenez vous reposer dans votre chambre. Flins.
It's getting late. The situation is urgent, but rest is vital. Good night.
Bon. Qu'est-ce qu'on a là? Ah, oui. C'est vrai qu'il y a des trucs qu'il faudrait que je récupère. Bon. Donc, l'ordre gris-blanc brûle. Flint et vous découvrez que le coup de canon est l'œuvre de Rereer, mais son utilisation reste un mystère. Quoi que l'on soit, le temps presse. Oui. Hop. Ils sont passés jusqu'au lendemain.
So much noise. What's going on this time?
Hey! Where's Flins? Is he here, or isn't he?
We would be most obliged if you would pipe down a little, dear guest. Our other guests are resting.
Resting? We're all about to be done for, and you're talking about rest? Flins is a wild hunt shapeshifter, here to deceive us all! If we don't get rid of him now, there'll be no end to this!
You'd better give him up. If anything happens, your business here is done for. You want that, huh?
Or are you in cahoots with him? You with the wild hunt too, huh?
What happened? Did something leak out? But we were so careful last night. How did anyone see us?
Je veux que ce soit notre faute.
What do you mean?
Ils savent quelque chose, c'est sûr. C'est pourquoi parlerait-il d'un métamorphe de la chasse sauvage?
This is so confusing! What do we do? These people are no match for Flint's, but they're super heated right now. It's not like all the unusual stuff about him will make it any easier to explain either.
Vous entraînez les choses.
Okay!
Hey! Let us in now!
My apologies. My apologies.
Hold on! Calm down, everyone!
What in Tevat is the meaning of this racket? Are you intent on depriving both the Voynich Guild and the Curatorium of Secrets of even a moment's rest? Boss, do we really have to entertain people who don't respect the rules? Call a few of your boys and have them thrown out.
And what hole did you crawl out of?
A watering hole, of course. The one you've just disturbed. A place to get a moment's respite from all the recent unhappiness, and to escape from all this talk of the wild hunt, or strange ghosts and phantoms. Who'd have guessed people like you would come bursting in, shrieking louder than any ghoul?
This is a matter of utmost importance. We've got solid evidence. All we need now is to confront Flins face to face. Exactly. And you sure don't look like an impartial party either, Nefer.
Oh, don't I now? How about this then, boss? Let them do their search. If they find their man, they can have their little chat. But if they don't, then they owe everyone here an apology, as well as compensation for all the racket they've caused.
Wait, it's...
All right. I suppose that's the only way. If we don't let them in now, they'll be back sooner or later.
Oh, alright then.
Well, I'd say that sounds like an impartial proposal. What say you? Or are you suddenly unsure of yourselves?
Come on, everyone! Move it!
Ils vont trouver personne, ils vont débourser.
No sign of Flint.
But how can that be? Hasn't he always stayed here?
Done searching, are we? Guess it's time to uphold your end of the bargain, huh?
Pour donner une bonne leçon au groupe, Nefer les laisse partir. Vous quittez également les lieux.
So, Paimon, you've been waiting to ask me something, haven't you?
Yeah, how did they even find us here?
My inside man with the Lightkeepers informed me that you paid the crime scene a late-night visit. I surmise that you must have rendezvoused with Flins and obtained some new information. Then, early this morning, a group of people gathered at the town gates, news spreading amongst them that the Wild Hunt could disguise itself by taking on familiar faces. Everyone started throwing out the names of possible suspects. No one, seemingly, was exempt. And amidst it all, Flints's name started gaining more and more traction. I'm sure his solitary lifestyle may have played a part, but I wouldn't discount Rerir throwing fuel on the fire in secret.
So, did Flint make his escape after hearing about this?
And that's where I, Yehoda, the quick-witted, fleet-footed backbone of the Curatorium, got my chance to shine. While everyone was super focused on the argument in the main hall, I, alone, noticed an opening.
I got her to climb up to a window to help Flint's out, only for her to return with nothing but a lantern.
Aw, come on, pause. I was just getting started.
We initially intended to bring Flint's back to the Curatorium and wait those people out, but I never expected this to be all that was left. I imagine, though, that he wouldn't have left something that was so seemingly important to him behind.
Might he intend to come back and get it later? Maybe. I'm not sure.
Well, he's out of harm's way now, so that's not super important, right?
Oh?
What Paimon means to say is, we got lots of new intel to share.
All right then. Yehoda, contact the others. We're going to need all hands on deck. Let's have this discussion over at my place.
Les choses avancent bien. Ça fait plaisir. Ces pions se sont fait défoncer. Ça leur apprendra le respect. En tout cas, ça les aura peut-être calmés pour un petit moment. Bon, le curatorium des secrets. Ils les à l'interne, ils ont laissé à l'interne.
I see. So Flins has a fragment taken from within a wild hunt anomaly.
Is he gonna be okay now that he's on his own again?
Voilà la lanterne là-bas, hein, au coin de l'image. Hein. Attention, est-ce qu'il va apparaître en direct?
Earlier, he said that the fragment had gone still, so it's probably of no use to Rare now.
In that case, Rare shouldn't have any reason to keep pursuing him, right? So was all that ruckus back at the flagship just an act of spite? Or what?
If I were him, I would have simply turned my attention to collecting other fragments.
A reasonable course of action. Remember what we heard back at the tavern? The actual number of wild hunt anomalies destroyed has been greater than Lightkeeper records would indicate. Some of these must have been Rare's doing. He must have been seeking more fragments.
Huh. This much is pretty easy to understand, but why would he pretend to be Soci and put so much effort into getting the cannon up and running again?
Maybe 'cause that'd be more efficient than having to clear anomalies himself.
Flins a dit que si le canon était utilisé contre la chasse sauvage, les fragments seraient aussi réduits en poussière.
Yeah, I'm confident that the ammo we're packing has the oomph to do that. But I am a mechanic after all. For me, test data and their conclusions speak loudest. Oh, why don't we find a few of those fragments ourselves and use Kuvaki to carry out a little experiment?
Our lab could certainly accommodate such a test.
In other words, we gotta destroy a couple of anomalies and collect fragments from them, right?
Lightkeeper operations have just about ceased following the Sergeant Major's passing. Meanwhile, the wild hunt continues to grow in scale by the day. I fear only we can keep the situation under control now.
Le lanterne est toujours là-bas.
Then we best act fast. Paimon's got a bad feeling about this.
A feeling we all share, I'm afraid.
Fragments, le canon, le Kuvaki, Rire et l'abîme, il doit y avoir un lien entre tous ces éléments. Puis, réfléchit seulement à se manger de Flins. Il manque un lien crucial, mais le temps presse.
There are 3 wild hunt sites that must be dealt with urgently. But I believe we have the capacity to handle it.
Dans ce cas, j'aimerais chercher à nouveau d'autres pistes du côté des gardiens de la lumière.
Works for me. Enough and I will take our workshop assistants to deal with one of the sites.
The Curatorium will handle another.
And we Frostmoon Scions shall deal with the remaining one.
Paimon didn't think she'd ever get to see everyone here carrying out a plan together like this.
Never mind you. This is a first for me, too.
Let's head out then. We'll meet back up at my lab with the fragments.
Si vous croisez Rire, ne l'affrontez pas.
Understood.
Time is of the essence now. Our foe could make his next move at any moment, so we must stay in contact with one another.
Ouais.
Gotcha. Stay safe, everyone.
Huh. Anyone seen the lantern? Has Flins dropped by already?
Well, considering what you said earlier, you know where we're going next, right?
Ouais, rejoignez Flins au cimetière de la nuit finale. Bon. Il a des pops. Ah. Ok, heureusement qu'on a débloqué ça, c'est une bonne chose. Par contre, là, cette quête m'intrigue. Est-ce qu'on peut vraiment se promener chez les Fatui comme ça? D'ailleurs, s'il faut unir toutes les factions, est-ce que ça n'inclut pas les Fatui par par définition? Est-ce qu'on va aller voir Sandrone? Bon. Avançons. La chasse sauvage. Ah. Il y a un mecha. Oups, c'est les quêtes devant. Voilà. La quête était là, je crois. Bon, premier objectif atteint. Deuxième objectif est là. Puis de là, on pourra aller ici. Ah, c'est disponible. C'est bien ça. On pourra enchaîner avec ça aussi. Ouh. Peut-être qu'on le fera la semaine prochaine. Après tout, nous avons du pain sur la planche. Allez, on se rapproche. Le TP est juste là-bas. Et bim. Il va y avoir une bonne chose de faite. Quelques TP de plus. Après tout ce qui se passe là-dedans... De toute façon, il faudra qu'on trouve le temps de faire toutes les grosses quêtes qui sont dans le coin. Peut-être commencer par celle des Fatui. Celle sur l'île de Para. C'est vrai parce que là, bon là il y a ces quêtes-là. Ah, ouais donc il y en a une ici, chez Jean de Givrelune. Et il y en a une chez au bureau d'études du Kouvaki. Ah, mais d'ailleurs... c'est quoi ça là-bas? Ah, ça doit être la suite. Regardez, il y a... on dirait une forteresse là-bas ou une construction. C'est au nord. C'est ici. Ça doit être la suite de les prochaines zones, non? C'est vrai que toutes les montagnes qui sont là, ils ont l'air d'avoir été déjà modélisées plus ou moins. Examiner. CJ et tout, le gardien de lumière. Effectivement, c'est le grand cimetière. Ah, là c'est le phare. Ah, c'était là en bas le...
place just like he said. But, oh, where do we find the information he mentioned?
This way. Let's move. We're running out of time.
Ah! There you are! Okay, let's split up and make this happen. Or not! How are we supposed to read through this many files?
C'est vrai que...
Difficult, yes, but it is also our most efficient option. To expose the true intentions of this Rerir, we need to dive into Notcry's history.
Hope we don't land on our heads then. Ah! Ghost!
Qu'est-ce qu'il y a?
That file suddenly moved by itself. This is a graveyard, right, Flins? Do these things just kind of happen?
strange things happen here, but this is not one of them.
But that file really did move by itself! Hey, come out! Don't scare Paimon like that!
Je ne sens rien.
Wild Hunt Phenomenologue?
Hey! Another file's moving!
Titre est similaire.
Are we being given hints? I feel no hostility. On the contrary, it seems we're being aided somehow.
Really? Hey! Seriously, another one? Okay then. Paimon will read this one.
Les dossiers s'accumulent. C'est les dossiers contenant des documents. Ce sont des classeurs en fait.
Finally finished. Oh, Paimon sure could use a long break from long words now. Hope she can remember it all.
The material I've read through has all been about past Wild Hunt incidents of enormous scale. What about you?
Plus ou moins pareil.
Paimon as well. Guess that makes 3 of us.
Whatever this is, it seems to want us to notice something. Let's bring our files together and give them another look through.
All right. Paimon will go fetch hers. All these incidents look pretty different.
Wait. I've noticed something. Before the occurrence of these huge Wild Hunt events, a smaller scale one would erupt in the exact same location. And look. All these smaller scale Wild Hunt site reports share a common outcome.
They'd be detected, but would go inactive before any forces could be sent to deal with them. They could then be sealed directly using a tide seal stone. Huh? But why?
S'en était occupé?
Some of these records are too old. I doubt he had regained the ability to act freely yet, or we would have met long ago.
Ah! And here's another similarity. Kuvaki in nearby soil completely drained. Could this be important somehow?
Kuvaki and the Wild Hunt are mutually opposed forces. We Lightkeepers previously believed that these small Wild Hunt sites would temporarily go inactive due to being neutralized by the Kuvaki present in the soil. But now that we've synthesized all this data, there is a key issue this hypothesis cannot explain.
Sauvage a été neutralisé. Pourquoi une autre apparition massive se produirait-elle aussi vite après?
Indeed. Despite the name, I would not call a tide seal stone's sealing powers watertight exactly. But for it to fail and the situation to deteriorate in such short order.
Paimon feels like she's almost got it.
Chasse sauvage n'a pas été neutralisée par le Kuvaki. Au contraire, elle est devenue encore plus puissante. Elle va se servir du canon d'Aino dont les munitions contiennent du Kuvaki. Ne me dis pas que... Elle peut se servir du Kuvaki.
Yes, that might be it. It could be that when Kuvaki and abyssal energies meet, the stronger side will suppress the weaker one. And while Kuvaki can indeed destroy small-scale Wild Hunt anomalies, should Rerir be strong enough, the Kuvaki might be his for the taking instead.
Paimon kinda gets where we're going with this.
Elle me cherche toujours à comprendre ce qui touche. Comme ce que les dragons anciens ont vécu.
What are you referring to?
We had a real close encounter with the Abyss in Netland. It's a force that tries to taint everything. It's hard to explain in detail, but basically, your reasoning makes sense.
Ré est devenu plus fort grâce au tir du canon.
Was there a gap between him pretending to be Sergeant Major Sosi and the cannon being fired?
There was. Aino needed to make some adjustments after we finished those repairs. Rerir, disguised as Sosi, left at that point. Leaving him more than enough time to shapeshift into you, return to the Lightkeeper's office and set up the crime scene, before heading over to the cannon's target area and absorbing the Kovaki.
It all makes sense. And all that just for the fragment I had with me. It begs the question, what makes it so special that he needs it so badly?
Reste un mystère. Toc toc toc.
That's odd. We shouldn't have any guests. I'll go take a look. Ah, it's an ibis.
It's carrying a letter! Oh, Lala must have sent it. She can speak to little animals. Let's see here.
Situation urgent. The cannon began operating shortly after we left NASHA town and is preparing to fire. It is locked on to Star Sand Shoal. Please return to NASHA town and assist with all haste. Lauma.
That's gotta be Rare's doing. But why is he using the cannon again? Didn't he already fire it once before?
No time for speculation. He's already made his preparations. If you recall, his body was incomplete when we last met. If this bombardment continues to increase his strength, he might regain his complete form.
Pêcheur complet.
What should we do? There's no way we're getting back to NASHA town in time.
Pas d'autre choix que de faire confiance à nos amis.
Let's go to the cannon's target site. That's where we should find Navire, and that's where we'll stop him. One moment. Just let me get this news to Lauma. NASHA town is in their hands now.